Assalamu alaikum everyone. In this video we're going to do 2020 paper 2 MC question 18. Here you see a graph and then there's a parallelogram, and at the end you have to find the area of a triangle. So let's highlight important information. ABCD is a parallelogram, this one ratio is here, this is also same, and then we have an area of one thing, and in the last we have to find the area of CDH. CDH is here, so just mark it down. That's the final thing you have to find in the end. So now let's get writing all the things again. AE to DE is 2 to 5. Remember, this is not the actual value, this is just the ratio. Okay, so this is a parallelogram, so the opposite sides are same. So if that is 2 and 5, this total thing is 7 as well. And then next part, BF is DE, so if that is 5, this is also 5, just the ratio. These are all in the same ratios. And then we know that 48 is the area that we already know. And next we have to find the CDH. Of course you can't find it directly, so you have to find something else first. How do we find it? So in this picture, actually there are many similar triangles. Do you remember the shapes? Either this way, or this one, you can just write it this way, or even this way. You know, these all are just the same. So if you find such shapes, then basically you can already do the question. So for the first thing, we have 48 here and the side here, so you have to think something with this first. That is the most attractive part here, right? You already see a similar triangle here, the most attractive one. So don't think of anything else, just find this triangle now. So if there are similar triangles, then the area ratio is the side ratio square. This is what you want to find now. So area ratio is the side ratio square, and then use calculator, bracket 5/2 square, and then times 48. We have to times 48 because on this side 48 is divided. If you move there, it's times. So A1 is 300. Okay, we already find that as 300. Next, what you could find is something interesting as well. See here, because of course we can use other similar triangles, but then we don't know the values of them, so let's not do it first. And one more thing, remember, if they are similar triangles, then the sides ratios are all the same. These are also 2, 2, 2, 2, and 5, 5, 5. They are not the actual values. Remember, they are just the ratios. So if this whole thing is 7, then this whole thing is also 7. We will have to use that soon, because remember, we have to find this, and this one is actually similar to this one. So if we find this area, then we can simply find this easily. So let's continue. Here we have 300 now, we have 48 now. What else can we find? It should be something next to them, right? Something next to them. So the thing next to them is, what I can see is actually same height different base triangle. See here, this style. We have two types of them. This one, yeah, so they have same height, just different base. If that is the case, height same, then the area ratio is the base ratio. So this whole thing is A2. Area ratio is the base ratio. So that's why A2 is use calculator. You should be able to get 420. This whole thing is 420. Okay, not just one of them, just the whole thing. But then again, we just want this, we don't want this. What do we do? Well, so why I mentioned that one is also a similar triangle, have some usage, of course. So if their sides is 7 here and then 5 here, then other sides are of course also the same ratio. So you also write that 7, 7, 5, 5, 5. Yeah, if after you write the ratios, then you should be able to see a same height different base triangle again here. Let me draw in a better way. Yep. And then here, and then we have this side 5, this side 7, and the whole thing is 12, and the whole thing area is 420, but we just want this, right? So this, let's say it's A3, the third area ratio is the base ratio because their height is same. We are using 12 because we are using the big triangle. This big triangles is also having the same height. They are all having the same height, okay? If same height, then the area ratio is the base ratio. So the whole big base is 12. So that's why we are using 12. And then afterwards, just click calculator. 5/12 times 420. You should be able to get 175. Okay? So in other words, that part is 175. If that is the case, can you find this now? Yes, you can, because that was a similar triangle. So you can find it very easily. Similar triangle, area ratio is the side ratio square. So we want to find this special one. Let's say this is just an A. So area ratio is the side ratio square. So can you click that? 7/5, square that, and then times with 175. You should be able to get your answer as 343. Yeah, that's all for this question. This was a super complicated question. I can understand that, and even I don't suggest people to do it in DSE because it's very time consuming. Unless you are very trained into it, and then you can already directly see there are similar triangles here, here, and one more here, big one, small one. Then these, if you're super fast in that way, then you can do this question, or else it's not suggested unless you have enough time left, because you should reserve around 3 minutes for this question, which is like doing double of each question. So that's all for this video. Hope you like it. Thank you.